Welcome to Sharp Turn Production, episode 4, Social Media, the DADCAST.
Welcome? I'm sorry, I lost you guys for a second and I just walked in on welcome.
Yeah. That's a great prank to play on your neighbors. You see, you go over to their welcome mats, and then instead of it saying welcome, you change it to saying whale come.
Oh yeah.
This is our social media episode. And we're just going to break down the history. This is a very chill episode.
Relax, everybody.
Not serious at all.
So, nope, nobody is serious around here. And nobody ever will be. 1978. We get the first dial-up. BBC, or CBBS, is launched.
That tone, it's that crazy sound that it makes.
Was it always the
what I
same?
think about.
What are you talking about? The dial-up sound?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That sounded awful, by the way.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, well, we'll see. When you hear the original, you'll see how close it was.
We're gonna have to. We're gonna slip a sample of the old dial-up connection right here.
Yeah. Then we'll do a challenge. We'll do a versus.
Who can do the better dial-up?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That sounds like
better.
that sounds like compelling audio. I think you lose. I don't think you get to call Mike's bad.
That's pretty close. I mean, it kind of sounds like the original.
All right.
But...
All right, here we go.
Yeah, let's go.
That's good.
That's
good.
I don't know.
I don't know. It was close. Come on, I fucking blew you guys out of the water.
We'll let the listeners decide.
It's kind of funny, dude. And it's the worst. I thought they all sounded like water. When Jesse started on his, I'm like, oh, he's like a whale doing it.
All right, did we get a?
Whale.
I don't think we got a clear. I don't think we got a clear version of Mike's rendition, though. I think we were talking.
All right, so what? Okay, here we go. I mean, something like
Is
that.
that a car at the end?
You sounded like 28 different animals.
It sounded like you were doing a cover of mine.
Man, fuck off. I was the one that threw my shit out first. We wouldn't even be doing this shit if y'all hadn't been riffing off of mine.
You were the blind Willie Johnson of all this.
We need to find who is the original author of that sound, because I need to start referencing them as, like, you know, a notable artist in my...
Oh. So if anybody ever asks you, who are your musical influences?
Your influences, like, whoever composed that shit, like, changed my life.
Has the dial-up connection ever been sampled in music that you know of?
So many times, I'm sure.
Has to have been. But what if you just Googled it and, like, nobody's had that idea before? Seems even less likely.
Let's do it. All right, now we're on the 1995.
Okay.
After the green text on your little computer. I don't know if you guys ever had one of those, but they were fun. Actually, they weren't fun at all. They were useless, like the first computers.
Useless.
No, we had one. We had one, and it was like, it was late for us to have it. Like,
You had to type in code, basically.
yeah, there was no graphical user interface. It was all just text based, and like, we had one in like 1997 or something, and I remember like seeing things on, I don't know, the Disney Channel or something that was like, go online to this website, and they're like, why can't I go online? And it's like, well, because we're fucking poor.
It was so weird having computers, like, and your parents were so proud of it. And
Oh yeah, dude. No, I remember when my parents first got like a Windows 98 PC. I was like, oh man, we made it.
Mm-hmm.
dude, I still remember 95.
Yeah, I think we were late to that game. I think we jumped in at the 98.
Well, if you were poor, I'm surprised your parents just didn't buy a computer that had
They were-
Windows 95.
They were poor. They weren't good with money. They made impulsive buys.
It's like 98. It's 1998.
I guess they weren't poor. I can't say they were poor. We were like working class.
All right, so let's skip to 1995. Guess what? GeoCities.
Oh shit.
You guys remember this?
Oh yeah.
Did we have a GeoCities? We never had a GeoCities,
We
right?
didn't have a GeoCities, no.
Free webs. The
Oh,
sharp
free
We had-
webs.
Yeah, we had free
Yes.
webs. That was later.
Yes.
But I remember
What was,
GeoCities.
what was
fondly.
the other one? It was more emo.
Something fire.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Not Firefox, obviously, but like, damn it.
Angel Fire.
Angel Fire. Whoa.
Yes.
That dates us, dude. That dates us. Remembering that shit. Yeah.
I never had an Angel Fire. I never had GeoCities. I just jumped on the free webs.
Yeah, man. I don't remember. I never had an Angel Fire website, but I looked at a lot of Dragon Ball Z GIFs.
Oh, yeah. Dude, there's some great hentai on there.
It just takes like 7 minutes to load an image.
Yeah. Starts at the top and like zit, 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 zit. It's like a printer.
Oh my god, we're
for an
getting to the
image.
nipple.
Around 97, we get AOL.
Hmm.
I'm sure anybody born after 1995 or something like that, they probably have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
It's
probably.
basically just like a huge like thing where they just like send you discs. You just got like these free discs.
Yeah. And you had to like install the latest version on a disc. Dude, how much electronic waste was created by America Online? Like, that's insane. Like, they were just sending people CD-ROMs.
It's better that we don't deal with that shit anymore. It's so much easier.
It's true.
Like just not having CD-ROMs and computers anymore.
Yeah. Not having physical things is awesome.
Okay. Also in 97, early social media service 6degrees.com is launched. At its height, the service claims 1 million users.
That's interesting. I never heard
6
about
degrees.
And I have no idea what that is.
that. It's like the 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon kind of thing. Like, everybody is 6 degrees from that.
Yeah, we should play that. We should devote an entire episode to this.
I need to get up on my Kevin Bacon filmography.
It's like
Isn't
if that's
it-
actually how that started, it's like a Kevin Bacon fan group, but got really big.
Oh shit! Yeah, like what if this? Like we don't know what this could become. Like it could become the Kevin Bacon fan podcast.
Dude, it's like 1997. People are just like sending each other like email threads and stuff. Like there could be like a whole million people that are like signed up for like some stupid Kevin Bacon user game. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Also, I apologize to anybody listening. This is the most boring episode we're ever going to do.
I disagree.
This is just a bunch of dads basically going through the history of social media.
It's a dadcast.
Yeah, call it a dadcast. Which is something great, and you pull in that trout that you've been casting for all day, and eat it. Eat us up.
Yep.
Eat us up.
You gotta learn.
Eat us up. Eat us out.
You gotta learn to gut it.
Fish.
You gotta learn to gut it. This is what we came here for. Don't cry. Don't cry. We're gonna gut it here on this rock. Come on.
Now we're to August 1999. The blogging service Blogger launches, and it's purchased by Google later in 2003. I've never used that before.
That's pretty crazy that it's that old. I've definitely heard of that. And I used to think about having a blog, but then I don't have the discipline to sit down and write in it. So that went out the window.
We'll talk about it. What's your knowledge of this?
I don't know. It's just like a platform for people to host blogs. Like, I think blogging became a thing in the early internet with people like kind of just posting things on the internet that were, journal entries essentially, right? Or writing about different topics of their expertise because they were fucking nerds, right? Everybody that had the early internet. So then it just became a thing because like, blogging is like web logging. Like a blog is a web log, and it got shortened to blog.
You've got mail.
Great movie.
I don't know. That might come up on this timeline, but that was a thing.
You've got mail. Tom Hanks.
That movie? Yeah, Tom Hanks.
Who's that? Meg Ryan? Yeah, Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan now.
Wait, what wasn't that? Wasn't that AOL?
Yeah. You got mail.
Sweet, nailed it.
That was basically like a commercial for AOL, that movie.
Yeah, just a fucking expensive commercial, but
It's like we're on top of the world. We can get Tom Hanks. We can get Meg Ryan.
dude, Tom Hanks is America's grandfather.
And at one point, he was sold out to AOL.
In March 2002, Friendster is launched. Membership peaks in 2008, then begins its steady wane. And I've never used Friendster, so
Nope.
I don't know.
Not old enough. Not old enough for that.
Steady Wayne.
And actually, this is surprising to me that this is prior to MySpace. But in May 2003, LinkedIn comes out.
Yeah, dude, I was just thinking the same thing. 1 month or 2 months before
It's
MySpace.
crazy, isn't it? Dude, LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Again, it's the nerds, and they're like, it's for networking, and their nerd kingdom, and they're trying to network with each other. Guarantee you, the first people that had LinkedIn sites were just fucking 4 eyes, pocket protectors.
Are you talking
Road
about for their pins?
correctors.
Are you talking about for their pins to put in their
pockets so the ink doesn't explode all over their shirt.
I love shirts with pockets.
Yep, I'll never go back.
After that, and I'm sure most people can relate with us here, we have MySpace, which is July 2003. Let's see.
It was big.
The site is acquired by News Corp in 2005, which is 2 years after it starts, for $580 million, and is receiving more than 75 million visitors per month in late 2008.
Yep, that was my first. That was my dipping my toes into the MySpace world.
Top friends, baby.
Top Friends,
Yeah.
it's very divisive. I liked the customization, how you could do the different layouts. That was a
I
really
did
cool
too.
thing.
I really did too. I thought it was nice.
You add
Yeah, dude,
music.
everybody was doing that HTML shit.
And have you guys been on MySpace lately? Because apparently it still exists.
Yeah, it still exists. I don't know. The last time I tried to go to MySpace was to find my MySpace account and delete it, but I have no way of doing that. I don't know if they automatically delete it. I couldn't find my page, but like...
In a way, you exist forever.
Yeah, like my, I don't know, 15-year-old self, 14-year-old self exists forever, and that's terrifying.
Yeah, dude.
I feel so sorry for kids these days. Can't talk about that now though.
Yeah,
Culture has to change.
you could like choose how many top friends you wanted, and it was kind of weird the way you had to order them so that it kind of fucks with your it's really intertwined into your social life.
Yep. Yeah, man. And now
It's kind of weird giving it a number, and I actually did like MySpace because, like we were saying, the creativity and you get to express yourself a little bit more, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't use the same. It's not like Facebook where everybody's page looks essentially the same, and that like homogenizes people. Like some people's, like that was almost a social thing. Was like looking at somebody's page and like, oh, that is, I can't even look at that. Like, what is it? This is a terrible layout. Like they have no idea what they're doing. I'm not gonna be friends with this piece of shit.
Yeah.
I would judge people's music the most, honestly. That was like the whole point for me.
Yep.
Because I would go to people's page and see what they had like playing for their song.
Did the music play automatically?
I think you
could set it to.
Yeah, you could set it to. And you could have a whole playlist of songs. Like you could have a whole playlist of music. You could have embed videos, and it would change. And like you had, it wasn't like a feed. You would add stuff and remove stuff at will, and only what was like what you chose to include was on there. And do quizzes. You guys remember quizzes?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. It's so like feeds into your narcissism as a teenager. You know, it's like an interview that you get to post on your space.
Explain the quizzes to people.
The quiz would be like a very generic quiz would be like, what's your name? Where are you from? You know, where do you go to school? Who's your top 3 friends? What's your favorite food? And just like a whole bunch of questions like that. But then like, you know, it could get crazy and specific and niche and all kinds of stuff. But you're answering them yourself. You know what I mean? So it's like self-indulgent a little bit.
I could probably talk about MySpace for another fucking 30 minutes.
You could do a whole episode on MySpace for sure.
But we're moving on to 2004, February, Facebook. So this is about a year.
Man.
Well, not even that. So we go from July of 2003 to February 2004, and then Facebook comes out. So Facebook launches, initially open only to Harvard students, then opens to 800 colleges in May 2005. By September 2006, Facebook is available to all users 13 and over. So that's the world we live in today.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's crazy. Hey, we love all you guys out there on Facebook that are listening.
Well, I'm not on Facebook. I chose to do it because it's a festering cesspool of hate, but you know.
But we love everybody.
Yeah, but you're great. You're the exception.
Dang, I don't even know where to start with Facebook.
it made me hate my family. Like, that's why when I knew I needed to get off of Facebook because I didn't like my family anymore. And then I hung out with my family in person and I was like, I don't hate these people. I really love these people. But Facebook made me hate them. And so then I said, fuck Facebook. I'm not going to do that shit.
I know we're just starting. We have a lot more.
That's the synopsis of
through.
Facebook, yeah.
And social media, I say get out of it. Stop texting. Call your friend. You want that voice. You want to hear somebody in your ear. You want those little sound vibrations from their vocal cords to just go through your eardrums.
You want to see
bounce off.
You want to see their facial expressions, you know?
Sure. FaceTime.
And you want to see their shoulders slink forward or like their head tilt back or their legs crossed. Like, that's important.
We're very social species.
You want Jay to call you and ask you to go for a beer. And then you go and sit with him in public and talk over, a beer for like a little while. And then he slowly asks if you want to donate to this thing and you feel really awkward. And then you give, that's what we want. That's what we really want.
Give to that, by the way, whatever it is. Post the information.
You know what?
Nah, bro. No, I'm gonna pose the alternative opinion, which is that interaction took me 20 seconds today, and I gave to a good cause.
There you go.
Give it away now.
So it can do, Facebook can do some good things. Like, it can keep you in touch with people, and that's one thing that I do miss about Facebook.
Well, that's the thing. All right. So as a traveler, I would sometimes not have. Okay, so if you leave the country, you're out of your service provider. And then you have internet, so sometimes you have to go use like a computer or, try to get Wi-Fi somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And so Facebook is the only way to really contact somebody.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate that.
Yeah, I can see that.
That honestly is the only major thing I can praise about Facebook.
What do you like about it, Mike?
The things, so like I actually do like posting stuff on Facebook, and it's like weird because like most of my Facebook page is just political stuff. Like I don't really post much of anything else. But most of what that is just me sharing either like statements of people that are saying things or just like sharing news articles. And then probably every like 10 or 15 or 20 times I'm like saying something that I actually feel about it. Mm-hmm. So it's like kind of to some degree like a way of me formulating my thoughts, you know what I mean? And like sometimes sharing those like in public, like hinting at what I'm thinking at, but like sometimes like getting in on it, and sometimes like inviting that debate with people. But I don't know, dude. Like it's like I don't know if that's actually like a positive thing in general. You know what I mean? Because of the same reasons like you kind of brought up, like your family and stuff. It's like I don't need to actually like think about it. But at the same time, I am really interested in the pulse. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sure. I am interested in just, like, scrolling and just, like, seeing, like, okay, the shit that's happening. Just because I follow shit that's happening, like, in the news and stuff, like, every day. And it's, like, seeing where everybody's at.
Dude, you're just like a little red blood cell just coursing through a system, which is the body. And the body is your fucking social media.
Yeah.
No,
it's an organism.
You're right, man.
It's an organism.
Right.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is it's like, finding that balance of like not like, I don't know, dude, like, cause I kind of do enjoy some of the things about it that are its downfalls. You know what I mean?
Right.
TikTok.
Sure. But then there's all these auxiliary things with Facebook, like that make it really hard for me to just give that up because like the political stuff, it's like I don't need to do that. It's like I can cut that off at any point. But it's like years and years and years of like photos and memories are now encapsulated on Facebook. You know how weird that shit is?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like stuff that I probably don't have any other record of. And then it's like, and then there's like Facebook like Marketplace and stuff, which I do use pretty frequently.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it would be really hard to like not have that as an option. And yeah, I don't know.
I think my problem is impulse control, because that's exactly how I used it, and like I can't help but indulge in that part of it. And it was, you know, because I see something that I think is like wrong, right? And it's like, how do you people not see that this is wrong? Right? And it was just like pointing that out all the time. Yeah, I guess it just it wasn't making me feel any better. But I criticize Facebook and totally overuse I think probably the next social media thing that we're talking about which is Twitter. And like I'm on Twitter all the time, but it's like anonymous, I guess. So I feel like, and I'm not posting anything, I'm just lurking, right? I'm just there, subscribed to journalists or to, you know, people that I like, comedians, musicians, all that sort of thing. So like,
Do you guys still use Twitter?
Yeah, I do.
I've never really been active on Twitter.
Yeah, I created an account and that was about it.
Yeah, that's my little social media drug. That and Reddit, which we'll probably talk about. That's a huge one. But
4chan and Reddit, yes.
Yeah. But for I don't know. Yeah, I think it can all have a good use, but I think humans are fundamentally flawed due to our evolution, and it's inevitably a bad thing for us as a species.
In March 2006, the text-based social media service Twitter is born. So-called tweets are limited to 140 characters, and I don't think I've ever typed a character in there. I mean, I don't think I've ever tweeted.
I've only like retweeted things for like contests that are on Twitter. That's what my whole feed is just retweeting things.
We're all approximately 30 years old.
Yep.
So
approximately.
I don't know how old I am.
Yeah, I have that problem. It gets to that point where you just don't care anymore. When was the last time you were on Twitter?
Probably like 30 minutes before this phone call.
Really?
Yeah, probably.
What were you doing?
Just, well, for the Trump years, it was it's colloquially coined doom scrolling. So you're just scrolling and looking at what other terrible shit happened in the world today.
Okay, let me ask you, what do you use Twitter for?
It is the best place I've found for like up to the second news. Like Twitter is the first place that news drops in any topic, whether it's like politics, world events, music, you know, anything digital. I mean, sports, any of that stuff. Like that is Twitter is like you just refresh your feed and it's like 2 seconds ago this news just happened. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. You feel like you're up to the minute, but it's overwhelming sometimes because it's kind of a deluge of news, and it's often not good news because that's how the media is structured.
I just thought that was sort of a come and go sort of social media site.
I need to know what's happening right now at this very second, instead of like, it's like I'm not being present in the space around me. I'm being present in the news cycle, which is like not a healthy place to be.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's kind of where, like, I haven't done it as much, honestly, like, since the election. And that's not, like, a political statement, but I just, like, I don't feel so much like an onslaught of bullshit. I mean, there's still definitely a lot of bullshit out there, but, like, the last 4 years up until, you know, a week ago, it was like every day was like, holy shit, that happened? For real? That happened? And then, like, disbelieving that actually happened, and then clicking on the article and be like, holy shit, that really did happen. That's fucking crazy.
Mike, do you have a Twitter?
I think I had an account at one time, but I've never tweeted. I've never done anything with it. I think it was like exactly like what Josh was saying. Like, I got it to enter a contest or something like that. Maybe a JHS pedals contest, I think.
Oh yeah, baby.
So I guess our next stop is December 2006. Yahoo. So Yahoo offers $1 billion to buy Facebook, but Facebook ultimately declines the offer. Yahoo. Fuck you.
Yeah, man. I bet that was like downhill for Yahoo from there.
Yeah, man.
Yahoo was so cool back in the day.
They should have offered $2 billion.
You remember Yahoo Answers?
Yeah, dude.
Was it Yahoo Questions?
It was Yahoo Answers, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yahoo Answers, yeah.
Dude, I used to play games on Yahoo. That was like, talk about social media. That's a kind of a social media thing. And that's back in time before all this. That was like 1999 or something. But like getting on there and like playing card games or dominoes with other people online, that was pretty crazy.
Billboards and shit like that. Like playing online. That was so fun.
Yeah, man.
And I also want to give a shout out to Msn Messenger.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Msn Messenger got me in trouble a lot because my parents could look at those conversations that I was having, and I was, like, having inappropriate conversations with my friends, like, joking, like, the same kind of conversation we're having right now. Or I was, like...
This is very appropriate.
Or I was, like, trying to... like, hit on girls, kind of.
What do you mean, kind of?
Well, I mean, like, I didn't really know how to do it, but it's like, I'm going to talk to you.
Oh.
And, dude, do you remember talking? I don't know if that's still a thing. I sound really old by saying that, but do you remember that concept? Like,
talking?
Like back in, like, middle school and high school, it was like, oh, they're not going out. They're just talking. They just talk.
Oh, okay.
And that was like MSN Messenger and shit. Like you would be up at like 11:30 at night, and like somebody hops online and you shoot them a message.
Ooh.
Hey.
You remember the shitty webcams that we had back then?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Shitty webcams.
You can make your dick look bigger.
It's pixelated. It's like Japanese.
Mike, what's your... I have plenty of dick pic memory. We're doing a horrible job at getting through this quickly, but Mike, dick pic. Come on, man.
I never had a dick pic.
Never.
No,
not even to your girlfriend.
No, dude, I don't even know if I don't even think I've taken a picture of my dick.
That's crazy.
I don't think so.
That's crazy. What have you been living under a rock?
Dude, you're the 1%.
I know, we are the 1%.
I know.
The people that did not take pictures of dicks.
And also, you've got a wicked dick. If I had a dick like yours, I'd be taking pictures of it all the time.
Mike, is it true that yours is like the size of one of those ropes you climb in elementary school?
In length and girth. Fucking forearm.
It's not going to support your full body weight. That's all I'll say.
Okay, so one time I took a dick pic, and it was to get free Blockbuster movies. And Blockbuster, it was to a gay guy. But Blockbuster, for you kids that don't know what this is a video rental store that existed.
It's in the it's in the zeitgeist. People know what it is. There was somebody that worked at Blockbuster, a guy that worked at Blockbuster that wanted to see your dick and said, "I will give you free rentals if you send me a picture of your dick."
Yeah, and I pulled out my flip phone. I took like a few pictures, and I was like, "Which one looks the best?" And I sent it to him.
So
and I was like, and he didn't give me free rentals.
I was gonna ask you, what was the first movie you rented?
No, I got.
Oh, that's an insult. Jeez, man. That must have hurt.
No, it wasn't because
He's like, not good enough.
No, dude.
he was just a piece of shit.
He just wanted the dick pic, right? He was just a
Yeah,
pervert.
bro. He's only he can only get away with so many free rentals, and so he can't just waste it on any old dick, you know.
Right. You know how many dick pics I got on my phone?
Dude, he was expecting some like professional photos, and you had that flip phone.
Right. He's like, you don't have like a Canon?
How am I supposed to text it to him? This is back in the day.
You gotta print it, man.
This is what these kids don't understand now, is how technology.
No,
Even
man.
in the last 20 years, it's amazing.
We had so much more freedom than they do, man. Like kids these
Oh yeah,
days.
you can commit murder and then post it on a blog. And then...
Well, I mean, on a less extreme level, like they're just like teenagers are so absorbed in that world. Generally, I'm not saying all teenagers, but like it's so ingrained into the fabric of their social lives. It makes MySpace look really fucking tame by comparison, I think.
MySpace was awesome. I want to give a fucking hell yeah to MySpace.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. I would have MySpace if they brought it back, and that really makes me sound old.
It does.
It's like, I want Tom. Bring him back.
Yeah, dude. Let's bring Tom back, man.
Dude, it's the
Fuck
feed.
Mark Zuckerberg.
I think that,
Yeah, dude,
seriously,
fuck Mark.
Fuck Mark Zuckerberg. Fuck Mark Zuckerberg. Fuck you guys are.
We're giving a middle finger as high as you can see to Mark.
I hope you can. In the air. I hope you can see this because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
Was that an awkward scene?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Moon and Knight.
Something you kids also need to figure out.
Get on the fucking ball. You have infinite access to everything.
Yeah, go get on Adult Swim. Watch some Aqua Teen Hunger Force. They have a marathon on Adult Swim.
Get with these fucking references.
We don't have to change, you do.
So, okay, April 2008. Facebook's popularity overtakes MySpace's based on the number of monthly unique visitors.
First timers. That was the beginning of the end right there. That's when it started going downhill. That's when the internet started to suck.
Right. Yeah.
But we should. So I don't know. It fits in here somewhere. Reddit is in here somewhere. I don't know what year. Reddit is a huge piece of my social media as well. And I've been a Reddit member. I think I've had 9 cake days. So I've been there for 9 years.
Reddit started June 23rd, 2005.
2005.
In Medford, Massachusetts.
Medford,
Massachusetts.
Well, yeah, Reddit's cool. Mike, do you use Reddit?
I do, but just through Google. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah, totally.
I'm on Reddit a lot.
You're clicking on links.
Yeah. You look up something and there's a Reddit thread about that particular. I mean, it's the same way. I mean, you really use Yahoo Answers back in the day, right?
Oh, shit. So, hold on. So if it's 2005, then that's like right after Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the same sort of platform.
No. It's better because it's anonymous. That's what's
I
so
think-
great about it.
You know what? I feel like people don't give enough credit to MySpace.
It's true.
Honestly. December 2nd, 2009, Facebook membership hits 350 million and it climbs to 400. And that's not a climb, that's a down climb. I'm sorry, I'm reading the text that they wrote. It bothers me. They said it.
They mean 400 million.
Yeah, they mean million. They just didn't put that million for it on the end.
No, come on. What's the difference between 400 and 400 million?
I like to see numbers. I don't care if you put it in scientific notation or whatever, but
10 to the 6th.
just don't be stupid.
400 E6.
Oh man! How about 8006?
Yeah, I mean, why not fucking AB purple zebra?
You remember boobs?
Do I remember boobs?
No, on the calculator in school.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Boobies.
Boobies and boobs.
Dude, that's how you spell out boobs on a calculator.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's almost innocent how...
It's completely innocent. You're in elementary school.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Texas Instruments.
Okay.
Dude, just on a side note, sorry, another tangent. The cost of a Texas Instrument, like a TI-82 or whatever, has not changed in like 30 years. Like, how is that shit not $2? It's still like fucking $200.
So dumb, dude.
Not an 82, but like probably an 89, probably 89 plus. It's stupid expensive for a really good calculator, and it's always
Get
been
a
that
fucking
way.
app.
Yeah, dude, or use fucking Wolfram Alpha. Where's my fucking nerds at?
Right here, right here.
Insert the air horn there. Beep, 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 beep.
June 30th of 2011, News Corp sells MySpace to Irvine, a based digital media firm, for $35 million. Specific Media, the buyer, counts Justin Timberlake among its investors.
We didn't realize it, but we were making like a audio to sleep to. It's like cool nature sounds, like gentle flowing
ASMR.
brooks, and also like new age ambient music, and also us talking about social media. They're all in the same category.
Boring as fuck.
No, man, I don't know. I think it'll be all right.
ASMR.
That's an episode.
Mike, what's your middle name?
Lee.
What's your first name?
Michael.
Do it in an Italian accent.
Michael Houston.
Do it again.
Michael Houston. Spaghetti.
You can always do an Italian accent. It's never racist.
Mozzarella.
Here we go. I'm going to try to go through this very quickly because I can tell Mike is dying. Okay, so
June 28th, 2011, Google Plus launches its closed beta. In a little over 2 weeks, more than 10 million people have joined, sharing around 1 billion items per day. May 19th, 2011, LinkedIn goes IPO. The value of it shares more than doubling in the initial day of trading. On June 3rd, daily deals site Groupon files to go public as well. And I love Groupon. I've gotten great deals on there.
How fucking old are you, man? Talking about us sounding old.
You guys never used Groupon?
No, man, I'm not good at it.
Mike?
What?
You're in my eyes.
Motherfucker, oh. Motherfucker was feeling real nostalgic.
Okay. This is basically it. We're at the end. Facebook wins.
Yeah, Facebook wins.
I'm Jesse.
And I'm Josh.
Mike.
Nice.
Throw in.
Peace out.
Oh wait,
Nice.
no.
Goodbye.
Should end it. Yeah. Should end it with a goodbye.
Goodbye.
And also, in 2016, this is an important part of social media history, but in 2016, Donald Trump was elected president. So don't forget that one. That is something that social media wrought.
You know what? I'm gonna go kill myself.
Me too.
Let's all do it.
Mike, you too?
Yeah, let's all do it.
That's our next episode.
Mike, Josh, and Jesse jump off Lover's Leap. Dude, it's not even high enough for you to die. You would just break your ankles.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean, if you jump head first.
You get it.
Take
probably.
the big hill bounce.
But yeah, like head first, or if you try to belly flop,
Yeah.